Good morning. Welcome to Alan's Day. We are at our holiday home down in Tennessee doing some work, where I am this week here. So, let me show you today's mission. The last mission we had, you saw a video of me putting a door in. Today's mission, we need to get the shower roughed in the bathroom here. Well, currently it doesn't look like much of a bathroom, but I've got parts all over the place for the shower. So I've got my shower pan, I've got the back wall that I made up back up in Wisconsin. I'll show you a little more details on that. We've got the side walls, which are some 3/4 inch MDO plywood. That's going to be the backer for the tile in the shower. Shower pan that came from Menards, and there's quite a variety of shower pans. You can get some very inexpensive ones. So get the best quality shower pan you can get when you do these projects, because the labor to put the shower pan in is 20 times the price of what it costs for the shower pan itself. So just remember, your labor's worth something. So we got that. I got my curb that I made up back at home. I'll show you how that goes together. But the first thing we need to do, get some wall boards in the back corners there. So let me get started on getting the shower put in here. And you know, there's probably, or there is, millions of ways of putting a shower together. This is just one more. So let's get started. Ready to put the first board up. Let me show you my supply of stuff that I got to use to put the board up there. So we're going to use some Loctite PL Premium. That is going to go on the back side of the wall to glue it to that wall. We are using this white. The reason I'm using white is because I bought the wrong stuff, so I need to find a place to burn it up, and this is the perfect place because it's getting buried. So this is that siliconized acrylic painter's choice. It's good for 50 years though. That is going to put a bead of that on the floor all the way up to there to set the board on. And the reason I'm using this is because, for one, I messed up and I got to burn it up, but it's less expensive than the Bostik 940 AFS, and that is the expensive stuff that I need to use all the way down the corner of that wall right there, because that a little more critical that we get that sealed up there. And this stuff, I think it's on Amazon. It's over 20 bucks a tube for this stuff, but you can find it at cheaper websites. When you buy it in a case, you probably get it about 15 bucks a tube, but it's pretty pricey. So I don't use it everywhere, but when we need it, I use it. So let me get everything caulked up appropriately and smack that on there. And then we've got some deck screws. I got the studs already pre-marked out on the bottom there. I got my line level there that's going to shoot a line up. And I've got my marking stick right here that's going to tell me where to put the screws on the wall. So we're all set. Let me get at it and get this sheet put on there. Well, making progress on the adhesive. Got the bottom bead down, got the top one, just putting the PL Premium. Highly recommend, if you can, get yourself an automatic caulk gun, because it's going to save on your wrist. Just put her on there, swoop her over. There we go. So this is the big caulking gun for the big stuff, for the big tubes. That's an M18. And then you got your M12, your little one for little cartridges. So, big win for that. Well, let's get this set in place and get her screwed up. Well, just getting the screws put in here. Showed you before, I got my little laser line. I got my marks where I'm going to put the screws. I just got to make sure I got all my electrical going here. I don't want to run into electrical. There is a coating or a membrane you could brush over the top. I don't know the exact name of it, but I'll find out what that is. But then I'm ready to put tile right over the top of this. Yeah, there's all kinds of different things you can use on there. There's that hardy board, cement board, stuff you can go on there. I'm not a big fan of that. Probably works good, but I think this is going to work just as well for what we're doing here. And well, let me get the screws running here. Got them all set in place. I think you get the general idea. Well, let me get this, finish off this side here. Do the same, get this on, this wall on. And then the next step is gonna be getting a shower pan in there. And there again, there's a million ways to put a shower pan in. I'm gonna show you how I plan on putting this in here, so. On to the next step of the project. That is getting the shower pan in there. So what I'm going to do is take some of the Bostik and I'm going to go all the way around the edge here because that's going to go up against the wall. That's going to seal that up, and then I'll put some screws on the top to hold that. To set it on the floor, I'm going to use a combination of PL Premium. I'll put a couple of dollops on there, and then I'm going to set it in foam sealer, just to give the bottom of that pan a little bit of support so you're not getting any bounce up and down. So let me get everything prepped and we'll get that dropped in place there. This is going along pretty quick here. It's not taking long at all. The pressure's on. Ready to get the pan in there. I got the Bostik all the way around there. I got my PL Premium dollops on there to line up on these corners. And now I got to put some spray foam on here, and hopefully this can works. That should be enough. And the can worked. Let's get that set in place. One mess up. I hit the side. Now I'm just getting some screws, not going through the pan, just going above the pan. Well, I think you get the general idea. I'll finish screwing this up, get this secured, clean my mess up over there, and move on to the next part of this. Moving on. Shower pan is in. I took and put a 2x4 across there with a shim, and I got a jack strap going down into the basement, underneath onto the beams, tying it and pulling that down. So I'll leave that on there till the next time I come a month from now and pull that off. All the foam should be cured, all the PL Premium, all the Bostik should be cured on that pan. It's not going anywhere. Now, the next step. I need to put a curb on here. It comes with a short little curb. That short little curb most of the time doesn't keep the water from getting all over the floor. So we put a little bit taller curb on there. That'll all be put in there and tiled, but I got to get that secured. And then if we ever want to put shower doors on here, there's a spot all the way along the top there to fasten the track to. We'll see how that works, but we're going to start out with a curtain. So to put this in, like I said, I made this back up at the shop, so it's made in a couple pieces. I got a lid that goes on here, and the lid comes off. We'll screw that on, and that's where those went. This curb is going to go right there. So I got to get it fastened down to the floor, fastened to the wall, and then I can seal and put that top back on there. And you may notice something in here. I've got some holes in my stiffener. I got a hole in the end here. And what that's lining up with is this wall right here. This is the back side. This will all be covered. I'll have an access on there, but this is the side that goes up against the pan. And you notice there's some vents all the way through here. Then I just drilled a 3-inch hole, put a vent in there. I don't know, I've never seen that done before, but it makes sense to me that any condensation or moisture that may accumulate anywhere under the pan, around the pan, behind the pan, it's got some place to go. And the reason I put the vents in there is so, I don't think they can, but if there was ever a chance a mouse or snakes or whatever get in there, they can't have free run of the place. Always seal things up to keep the big critters from having free run of your house. So that's the reason for the vents. So all the venting on the bottom is going to go up. And to the back side here, I got more vent holes here, and then right up in the top, I'm going to have, those are going to be on top of the wall, so that this whole wall is vented. Under the pan is vented, that's vented. No nasty mold or anything in there. So anyways, that's my venting system. I think maybe a few more people should do that when they're putting their showers in, because I know I've tore some out that there was freaking nasty ass mess mold underneath where the tub or the shower's at. So let me get this fast glued in here. So I will put the Bostik along here, put a little PL Premium down on the floor, a couple of screws. We're gonna have that done. All caulked up, ready to go into place. Let me see if I can do this without making a mess. Well, I got it in place. Let me get a couple of screws in there, and we're ready to put the top on there. The cover is ready to go on. Got it all glued around the corners there. Already got caulk on my fingers. Let me get that popped down in there. Nothing that a boot won't take care of. Well, let me get a couple of screws in there, and that curve is going to be done. And then we'll get the big wall set in there. Going along pretty quick. Well, thanks for sticking around while I put the shower in here. Maybe this might give you a few ideas on how to do it. Like I said, there's a million ways to do it. This is how I did it. It's up to you how you want to do it. So, I got the MDO on the walls. Gene's got a pretty fancy shower picked out where there's going to be a shower heads here, here, here. A hand one up there, and then there's going to be a one of them fancy rainfall things that go on your head. I don't know. It's pretty fancy. So, got it all in there. Be back in a month. Everything will be cured out. So the next thing I got to do is get the toilet set in here, and we're going to call this this trip all done. So, talk to you guys later. Thank you for watching Alan's Day. Life is about making choices. Some things are already perfect. Some things you may choose to upgrade. This channel will show you both. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thanks again.